We are drifting into the age of AI. It's inevitable at this point. We can see it from all around us. From large language models to image generators to user assistants, all the big tech brands are finding new ways to integrate artificial intelligence into their software and perhaps, more interestingly, directly into their hardware as well. This technology is developing at an unprecedented rate. It was basically non-existent only 5 years ago. One can only imagine where it'll be in the next 10 years, and in the next 100, and in the next 1,000. What happens then? What's up, anime fans and manga readers? I'm sure most of you would agree that those are some very intriguing questions. Unfortunately, I don't have the answers to any of them. But what if I told you there was an anime that proposed what that kind of future could maybe look like? Allow me to introduce you to Pluto, a modern masterpiece by Studio M2 adapted from the legendary manga of the same name by one of the greatest mangaka of all time, Naoki Urasawa, which in turn was adapted from an arc of the classic and extremely influential 1950s manga, Astro Boy, otherwise known as Mighty Atom. That's a long history of adaptations, I know. Now, I may be a weeb, but I haven't seen a lot of anime from before the 80s, so I'm not extremely familiar with Astro Boy lore. I know, however, that it was one of the pioneers of the shonen genre, and possibly the major inspiration behind the style and presentation of anime as a genre today, combining a story of that caliber of influence with the masterful writing of one of manga's greatest living writers, the man behind masterpieces such as Monster and 20th Century Boys, so you already know you have a classic on your hands. The series draws inspiration from Osamu Tezuka's original Astro Boy manga, particularly the Greatest Robot on Earth story arc, and is named after the arc's primary antagonist. However, Urasawa chooses to reimagine the tale as a gripping murder mystery with some interesting implications. You see, in the future depicted in Pluto, AI has been more or less perfected. Robots can be made to be practically indistinguishable from humans, with the added benefit of being 1,000 times smarter, stronger, and more durable, with perfect memory, for the most part, zero aging, and zero illness. Not every robot is on this level, of course. Most of them exist on a level high enough to be autonomous and independent beings without being considered super advanced. Strides made in the issue of robot rights activism have made it so that they can live regular lives and work regular jobs and get properly compensated as human beings are. However, there are a select few of them powerful enough to be considered legitimate threats to humanity. Robots strong and smart enough to be listed as weapons of mass destruction. And there are 7 of them in all. Gesicht, our protagonist, Adam, or Astro Boy as he was called in the original 50s manga, as well as others like Mont Blanc, North Number 2, Brando, Hercules, and Epsilon. Each one of them was created as the product of significant investments by various parties, corporations, government institutions, overambitious scientists, you name it. They vary in build and personality and abilities, and most of them share a common past as fighters in the devastating Persian War that occurred a few years before the start of the series. The only thing that separates a human mind from an artificial one in this story is the capacity to take a life. Or so everyone thought. The story of Pluto follows Europol robot detective Gesicht as he attempts to solve a series of mysterious deaths involving both robots and humans. Each instance begins the same way, with the sighting of a strange, violent tornado, regardless of the weather or location. Soon after, a victim, either human or robot, is found dead at the site. The case becomes even more perplexing when evidence suggests that no organic presence was present at the time of the crime scenes, indicating that a robot is responsible for the murders. But that shouldn't be possible, right? Well, yes, ideally, but no, not exactly. These murders wouldn't exactly be the first time that a robot is taken to life, but that's a mystery I'll save for the show. This new killer's targets, however, include all 7 of the most advanced robots in the world, all of which have the potential to become weapons of mass destruction. And its human targets are all individuals linked one way or another to the preservation of the international robot laws, which grants robots equal rights. Perhaps most eerily, this killer has a calling card. Each victim is found with objects positioned to resemble horns on their heads. How on earth is a robot able to kill? And why would it target humans who work to preserve robot rights in the first place? These are mysteries that plague Gesicht as he works his way through the case, leading him to discover a plethora of interesting truths about the world and himself in particular. What happens when he finds out that his perfect memory isn't perfect at all? Why is he, a robot, having nightmares? Why is the killer coming for him and others like him? Just what is he capable of when he's pushed into a corner? Pluto takes you on a thrilling ride that would put most live-action shows to shame. It's very restrained and cinematic in its presentation, a stark contrast to the exaggerated style common in most anime. With 8 hour-long episodes on Netflix covering the entirety of the manga, Pluto feels grand. It feels like prestige TV in the best way possible, and the story, animation, and cinematography all live up to that. From thrilling action to bone-chilling mysteries to quiet moments of introspection, Pluto is bound to keep you at the edge of your seat and challenge your thinking. When we do get to that sort of future, and we will, what side will you be on? Anyway, that's all we have for today, folks. Do you agree with our pick? Maybe there are some really great things about Pluto that I forgot to mention. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell to get regular updates on new videos. I make awesome anime and manga content like this every week, so be sure to check them out. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.